Oh, it's recording. Oh, shit. My blogging name, Don't Think Just Bree. It really stood out to me like a sore thumb. Only because of my personal fears, my fear of failure, my fear of not being good enough. And I think that's all of us. You know, when we were younger, we didn't have that fear. You know, we were so innocent and always so happy. I mean, yeah, we were sad some days, but for the most part, we were happy and we weren't really too conscious on failure. Once we get older, we start to build more frustration and anger and depression and anxiety because we end up so tainted and we always thinking like, why isn't things working in our favor? Like, what's going on? And honestly, as for me, like, sometimes I see myself like feeling like I want to quit because I'm like, yo, I have this fear of me putting my passion into something and it does not work out in my favor. And for me, like, I just try to run away from this fear. And I saw myself really dabbing in alcohol because alcohol was that liquid courage for me to do things just off of impulse. And what made matters worse is the area that I was around was a whole bunch of people that were alcoholics or drug addicts or had that crabs in a bucket mentality. And being around that, like, sometimes it's not even about being easily influenced. It's just sometimes you feel like dabbing into stuff like that is easier than trying to overcome a fear. And for me, it got bad. Like, I couldn't even really have a conversation unless I was turned up. And then I started to see myself withering. Like, I got hella skinny. I wasn't eating. I wasn't taking care of myself. And I know some people say, well, weed isn't a drug or whatever. And I agree, you know what I mean? But as far as me, like, I use that to have me think better and have me think clear because sober, I couldn't really do it. So then off that, like, later on down the line, I'm like, all right, I gotta get my hands on something. And then I did. I decided that I wanted to make a blog, and I made a little documentary called Alienation. And guess what happened with that? Absolutely nothing. I mean, I had it all together. I had everything planned out. I had all the tools, but for some reason, I was so hard on myself. And I'm like, how come I'm not doing this yet? Like, what's going on with me? Me not executing it the way I wanted to. It made me feel like I was just a piece of shit and I wasted everybody's time. And again, I depended on alcohol for liquid courage. Like, don't get me wrong, I wasn't over here like double fisting vodkas and stuff. Like, it was something small, but drinking every day is alcoholism. And for me, it was more of me trying to sip the fear away. And I don't know what it took. Like, the universe, the grace of God, something just came to me. And I really saw myself withering away. And I'm just like, you know what? This isn't even me. Like, all this is not me at all. I had to really tap into myself, like really backtrack on things that happened to me prior in my life that made me so afraid of speaking out or afraid of me really conquering things. And that's something I really had to do, which was hard. And then like this one night, I just really was thinking back on, like, even with my family, like them telling me that I had to be quiet, keep things under the rug, don't say certain things, shut your mouth, you're running your mouth too much, and it's crazy. And that night, I cried. Like, I cried and I prayed and I meditated. And the universe is just so crazy because I met somebody who is at a spot that I wanted to live. And this person was like a really good friend to me. And this person knew a lot of things about me. And this person was like, yo, get up out of there. You gotta leave that area ASAP. And I've always wanted to go to Cali, you know what I mean? But then again, and being in that depressed state of mind, it's like, oh my gosh, what if I go there and I don't like it? Or what if I go there and things don't work out in my favor? What if, what if, what if, what if? So I finally said, you know what, Bree, enough's enough. Just get up and fucking go. Just go. Go to your job, write down a little notice, tell your boss, it's time to leave this area. Crazy part is, I didn't tell a lot of people that I moved out. Like, my dad's side of the family was pissed at me. I didn't tell them nothing. They just found out through social media. Because I knew if I was to tell somebody, somebody was going to hold me back. So I took a Greyhound. Yes, a Greyhound. Which takes you 3 days to get there. But I took a Greyhound all the way to Cali. And it really helped me clear my mind and see life for what it really is. As soon as I got off of the Greyhound bus to Cali, in Oakland, by the way, Oakland, California, shout out to Oakland, I felt like a lot of weight was lifted off of my shoulders. Like, and I haven't even done anything yet. I haven't tapped into anything yet. But yet, a little bit of that fear was still in there. It's not just going to go away like that. So it did take me a little time before I got to go out and meet different people and tap into the Oakland community. So I was thinking, I was like, yo, Bree, like, you can't sit in the house the whole entire time. Like, you got to get out there. You can't sit here. So one day I just decided to walk downtown, and I went to this meditation class that's every Tuesday. It was very therapeutic for me. And along with that, I've met 2 amazing women there. And there's this one, like, she's a little short little girl. She just told me, she said, you know what? You should do Sister Cypher. It's on a Saturday, I believe. I think she said that. And, knowing me, I'm just that type of person that'll go to something like that, but don't say or do anything. Just watch people. But something was just telling me, like, do something different. You should definitely do something. So they have this little board or whatever, and everybody has to write the name on a list who wants to participate in Sister Cypher. I looked at it, and I was like, Now, the crazy thing about it is, I saw everybody's name after the number 1. Everybody was going like 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, or whatever. And I was like, yo, I'm not trying to be first. Like, nobody knows me. I don't know anybody. After a while, I was like, you know what? I gotta put it on for East Coast, so let me just put my name up there and do the spoken word, right? Just do it. So I just stepped up there and I was like, yo, give me that marker. Even though I wrote my name down, I was still in the cut. Like, I only talked to the person that told me about the spoken word. So I'm sitting there in the cut, just looking around, just looking at everybody like, I don't know y'all, but shoot, I'm about to just go up there. Fuck it. So down the line, they called my name first, and my heart's racing. But for some reason, I just did it just like that, and I didn't feel fear anymore. It just went away. And after that, I was planning on just leaving, like just finish and just leaving, because I don't know what people were going to think about it, and I really didn't care. I just wanted to leave. But a lot of women gravitated to me when these female artists came to me, and they were just talking to me like, yeah, I felt that. Like, the feeling that they believed in me more than I believed in me was just so powerful. Now, don't get me wrong, okay? Like, I was always that type of person that had believed in myself, but that just pushed the envelope. Like, it really did. And I'm so thankful for them to this day. Later down the line, I just started tapping into more things. Like, I just start really getting into my inner child, that old Bree that would just go off impulse and just do whatever the fuck she wants. I finally got the old Bree back. And with that being said, I had a reality check. Like, yo, the reason why things weren't going in your favor where you was at before was because it wasn't your season. It wasn't your time yet. I had to get out of my comfort zone, go to a place that I've never been before, do things that I've never done before, and don't overthink it. Just do it. And when I went out there and I done it, it all came together perfectly. And moving forward, I tapped in with my inner child. Like, just being free, you know, doing whatever I want without overthinking it, without fearing it. And I'm telling you, it's like one of the best feelings in the world. Now I'm like, okay, you know, everything's Gucci now, but what should I do to push the envelope even further? Make a YouTube channel. Have people really see me for me before they start to see the artistic side. All I needed was that push. And I have a great friend from the UK that hit me up last week telling me, you need to make a YouTube channel. Like, and that's all that took. So shout out to him, man. Love you. So moving forward, you know, I'm going to be posting YouTube videos more often, you know, expressing myself and y'all seeing the real me, like the organic Bree. So you'll see me talking about life situations, me doing random things. Like, you'll just get pretty much the gist of who I really am. So I hope you guys follow me through this journey. I want to thank you all for watching, actually. Like, I appreciate it. And I appreciate all my friends who's been there for me. Those who can relate to me. You know, I'm doing this for us. So you can, what they say? Like, share, subscribe. I mean, honestly, you don't really need to do that. Like, even if you just watch it, that's just great for me. I appreciate y'all.